How's it going, everyone? We are on episode 5. I survived, actually. Today we have a special guest. He cycled in many parts of the world, Europe, Japan, Asia, and climbed mountains, Himalayas, USA, and South America. And just recently, last year, he rode his KTM 690R Enduro to Amsterdam, broke his leg in India, and continued on riding. With us, please welcome Ken Chan. You want to say something, Ken?
Yeah. Hello, I'm Ken. Thank you for inviting me to the Ride a Bus crew. Appreciate your effort for doing all these videos.
Before we continue on with Ken, we're going to go down to Steady Motor Workshop. We're going to record Ken doing that live review, product review of hard panniers, and then we come back up and I'm going to do 10 hard questions, and I hope we can answer that all. All right. Alright everyone, we are down here at Steady Motor. Before we go back up to do a full-on interview with Ken on his last trip, Ken is nice enough to give us a very honest review on the product panniers, hard panniers. He's currently using Holland. Previously when he rode to Myanmar and Vietnam, he was on Bluemode. So Ken will start with the product review now. Go ahead, Ken.
Thanks Rahim. So one of the most important thing about the Bluemode panniers, which I really like, there are actually 5 points that I want to bring up. The first point is this heavy hinge.
Okay.
This is a really smart design because for anybody who's working on a bike or even just when you're packing your panniers, this acts as an additional platform for you to store stuff.
Okay.
It's indented so it doesn't fall off easily.
Yeah.
One good thing is sometimes when I'm riding, I can actually, if I don't leave this locked, I can actually access the panniers, which I've done before. I've done it one hand. Yeah.
You just reach out and then do whatever you want. Okay.
Yeah. So this simple design, to me, it's really why I think Bluemode really stands out against other brands. If you take a look at Holland, it's a different type of clamshell design. You can remove the entire top.
Yeah.
But to me, it's a little bit too flimsy.
I find they don't have the cable to support that too.
Yes, exactly. And I always find it really I always have this fear that it's going to break. Okay. The second point is actually the lining, the waterproof rubber lining. If you can take a look at this rubber lining, I actually have water actually come in. So when we are riding and there's a lot of force, wind
here
force,
in Singapore, raining.
Yeah, I mean even at 80, there's a lot of force on the panniers. Water actually was coming here and it will actually leak upwards. Okay. It will just flow in because it's a very straight rubber. And the Bluemode panniers have this special rubber lining. It actually prevents.
Let me give it a feel. Oh yeah.
There's a little bit of ridges.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
These little ridges actually stop the water from seeping upwards. Yeah. So that's the second point. The third point will be actually the quick release. It's so straightforward. You just do this, pull it, and it's already out.
But do you take it off often during your trip to Myanmar and Vietnam when you're using Bluemode?
There might be many situations where you need to remove. Sometimes the gantry is really tight. You have to remove the box.
Yeah, that happened to me once in the Causeway. So
whereas for the Holland panniers, it uses a knob design. So the problem with a knob design is if you go off-road or you go to a dusty place, the sand particles or fine particles will actually get it stuck.
Yeah, so, you know what happened to my panniers. Yeah, that's what happened.
So to open it, you need to either have locking pliers
or special tools,
something to actually remove it.
Yep.
Yeah. Not to mention that it actually eats into the case, so you cannot fit anything that's perfect.
Yeah, this thing is very annoying. My last pannier, I had that problem. My laptop actually got the dent because of this thing.
The fourth one is actually the protective.
What do you call that?
I don't know. Edge guard.
Edge guard. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's a good one. So, edge guard.
If I want to remove the edge guard here, it's reverted in.
So you need some kind of special tool.
Yeah,
you got to bring your rivet gun along during the tour.
if you want to replace it, you need to use a rivet gun.
What about this one?
This one uses little sockets,
okay.
Allen key sockets.
Allen key socket.
You can replace it quite straight. It's very straightforward. You just take it out, and then you put it back in.
Okay, that's number 4.
Yeah.
You can get it here locally?
Oh yeah. So personally, I felt that the customer service for Holland was really terrible. I ordered this.
Share with us. I'm listening. Yeah.
I ordered this and they were missing a rear brace.
Okay.
So I contacted them. They didn't even bother to reply.
Yeah.
They didn't even say anything.
Okay.
And I mean, frankly, you just take a look at the quality and you'll be able to tell the difference.
I can't tell the difference actually. Yeah, I can't tell the difference. I mean,
you look at the lining and the welding marks over here.
The quality is different between this one, Holland, and Bluemode. Definitely, Bluemode quality is so much more finer.
Yeah.
So just remember, if you want to get panniers, you want to take a look at Bluemode soft or hard pannier, you can come to Steady Motor. They can install it for you. And also, this product review is not sponsored by Steady Motor, Bluemode, or Simswork. It is purely through Ken's experience. All right, thank you so much, Ken.
Thank you very much.
We're going to pack up and we're going to go up. Okay, wow. Bluemode sounds interesting. I got to get one, I think. I hope I can get a good price, a discounted friendship price. So, yeah, so are you going to use Bluemode anymore for your R90?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely, but it seems you need a bit of modification, right?
Yeah,
for
the Holland panniers are just not up to scratch for daily use.
Okay, right, okay. Last year you did Punggol to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Right? Why that decision? Why Punggol to Amsterdam, not no cab? Because this guy, Ra, he rode his bike to no cab.
No cab.
Yeah. Why
I did
to
it
Amsterdam?
for practical purpose because I rode there and I'm going to fly back. I didn't want to ride back.
Okay.
I had a time limit, so the most practical way was to fly back from Amsterdam to Singapore. I could get
You flew back on a business trip. On a business class. Yeah, I know. Okay.
I claimed my miles.
But why Amsterdam?
Yeah, because of that.
I mean, you can't fly business class.
If I flew back from UK, then I had to top up money for the miles.
Cheapskate adventure. Can you believe? But okay. I got to make this clear. Yeah. His route from Punggol to Amsterdam wasn't like a straight line. He went like we went crazy with the route, right? Particularly Central America. Any
Central Asia.
Central Asia. You want to share a bit on that, or why you chose Central Asia?
I wanted to see places where I would not normally go to.
Yeah.
So I wanted to. It was a little bit out of the way, but I had to do a bit of zigzag.
Okay.
To fulfill those exotic places where it's really difficult to fly into.
And you broke your leg twice. And you didn't want to come home.
I had an accident twice.
You had an accident twice, and
both in India.
Both in India.
Yeah,
I had one in India. And why didn't you want to come back? Because your wife will never let you ride again.
It didn't cross my mind at all.
Really?
To come back, I wanted to complete the trip. That was my main intention.
So, what sort of input you put in to make that kind of decision? Usually, when you had an accident, even if you break a finger, you want to come home, right?
No, that never crossed my mind.
Really?
I just needed to complete it because it's not easy to leave the country for 4 or 5 months.
Okay, so you decided to go on. How do you manage to go on with a broken leg?
It was not easy. There was a lot of adapting. I needed to adapt myself, change my riding posture, change the way I change gear. Even boarding the bike because my bike is really tall. So I needed to board the bike a different way. Walking was also very difficult, so I had to limit my time walking, do as much riding as possible.
Limit you with crutches or without?
Yeah, I carried crutches for a while. The second accident was I was in Spiti Valley. We were crossing a river.
Yeah.
So this river was it was actually more like the mountains were the ice in the mountains were melting, so it created this artificial river.
Yeah.
So we had to go along the river to get to the other side.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that far. It was probably about 20 meters, but the flow was really strong.
Oh yeah, that's dangerous. Yeah.
It was not that deep. I think it's about knee level.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was my objective was my plan was to do a zigzag. Because I saw a dry piece of land across, so I wanted to get to that dry piece of land and then slowly hug the path down.
Okay.
And so that day we crossed quite a lot of rivers. So my confidence level was too high.
Overconfident.
It was way too high.
Okay.
So I had a little bit of speed. I was trying to cross it fast. So I got in the water and went towards the dry land. And before I got to the dry land, I noticed too late there was a huge boulder in front of me. Yeah. So it happened really fast. My front wheel hit the boulder.
Yeah.
It went up, and the bike landed on my leg. So half of my torso was in the river. And my bike and my leg was on the bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you video all this?
I didn't know. Nobody knew it was going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah. And the worst thing was because it was a bank, right? It goes into the water.
Yeah.
And so my bike was not flat. It was negative.
45 degrees.
It was the handlebar was actually below the wheels.
Okay.
So my leg was stuck under the panniers, the soft panniers. So at that point, I can only remember one thing. I was in so much pain. It was really bad. So my two hands were in the water. It came up to about here. So it wasn't that bad, right? But I had my helmet on and water was coming into the helmet.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
And the water, because it was melted snow, melted ice, right? So it was freezing. So my friend Michael was with me and he tried to lift up the bike. It was not possible because of the angle.
Yeah.
So he wanted to remove my luggage.
Yeah.
So he was removing one at a time.
You're still.
I was doing the
push-up position.
the pumping position, and at that point, I really there was nothing else I could think of. I felt so hopeless. I tried to pull my leg out. It was in a really weird angle. I could sense that the angle was very strange.
Okay.
It was really pain. I've never felt this kind of pain before. And I really was helpless. I could do nothing. There was nothing I could do, and I just waited for him to get rid of the luggage. So he got rid of one of the luggage. He tried. He was also exhausted. So at that point, he also couldn't lift the bike up.
Okay.
By chance, we were in a deserted area. We stopped and actually chit-chat with two Indian chaps. And we took a photo together. And they were really nice, but we went ahead first. So they came along after that, and they helped Michael to lift the bike up. Yeah, that they were really my life saviors. So I kept in touch with them until now. Yeah, because if they did not come, I wouldn't know what would have happened because
Yeah, I can imagine Spiti Valley, up there. Oh man, that's rough. So you're okay now, yeah? 100% fit again?
Fine,
ready to ride to Africa? No?
Maybe.
Not ready. You ride a KTM 690 Enduro R.
Yeah.
I mean, that bike always break down. Do you have any problem with the bike? I don't know. I heard that bike gives a lot of problem. Yeah.
First of all, it doesn't break down.
Okay, yeah. So, do you have any technical problem?
Yeah, there was some user issues. My fuel pump spoiled. I remember in Thailand, but that was my fault. I didn't tighten one of the screws. So,
what screw?
The hose connecting to the fuel pump.
Yeah.
Because I fiddled with it, I wanted to replace the fuel pump before I left. The previous fuel pump was a bit old.
Yeah.
So I replaced it. The O-ring was not tight enough. So in Thailand, the hose came out and my bike just lost power. So I stopped at the side, thought about it for a bit and had to release all the fuel. It was everywhere, and then I fixed the fuel pump. But Thailand this was an easy fix.
Yeah, okay. Thailand, they got everything. So that's the only problem.
The other problem was it's a consumable. The sprocket started wearing out.
Okay.
That was also my fault. It's always my fault.
So wait, sprocket wearing out. So what you changed on your own?
So it was a bit difficult. I was in Kyrgyzstan,
Yeah.
where I knew that I had to change. So the closest place that I could buy a replacement sprocket and chain was in Georgia. So from Turkmenistan to Georgia, it was about 2,000 kilometers. I had to ride really slowly. I was riding
with that one sprocket.
With the one sprocket, so I had to tighten it. I had to tighten the chain regularly. So that took me. Yeah, I had to go really, really slow.
That says a lot about KTM, huh?
That was that's a consumable issue. You know?
Okay. Yeah. So okay. You have breakdown, so you do this all on your own because you know you have tools.
Yeah, I brought tools. I'm not the best mechanic.
Yeah.
But
you know the basic. Yeah. You know the basic.
I knew how to maintain my bike.
Okay, good. I'm very bad at taking care of my own bike, but I do my best. I travel with SBV tools, and yeah, it's good enough tool to maintain basic repair, maintain the bike. Okay, planning this adventure, paperwork, route. I mean, how do you do this? A few months back, a year before, deciding on your route.
It took me about a year to plan it out, together with the paperwork. I come from a mountaineering background, that's why I'm a little bit more kiasu than most people.
Yeah.
So I need to have a day-by-day itinerary.
Yeah.
It will never be accurate, but strangely enough, this trip it was quite accurate.
Smooth, very accurate.
Even considering the broken leg in Pakistan.
Thanks for coming, Ken.
Thank
really
you.
nice to have you again. Ken will be with us on the next episode. We have also David from Trek Moto. He's one of those adventurous overlander. He rides mostly on the path less travel. Good field mechanic, and a lot more about this guy. Tommy and Yam will be on that episode. So stay tuned. Please help also like, subscribe, share this video so we can make more great video like this and to have people like Ken coming on board. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.